Welcome, everyone, to the Inspirational Business Women Show, where today my special guest is Jill Lublin, and we'll be talking about how to use publicity to boost leads, visibility, and profits. Welcome, everyone. I'm Virginia Parsons, your host, and it really is my passion to provide you, the entrepreneur, with a goldmine of inspirational tips, strategies, and advice to help you grow your business from inspirational business women in the know. And as I just told you, we have an amazing guest coming up in just a moment. Now, I want to thank you all for being here because I know that your time is valuable. And you could really help us out. I'm going to play the preview trailer here. And while you're watching that, if you can think of someone who would benefit by Jill's amazing information on publicity, please go ahead and help spread the word. Get them in to watch this as well. I know they will benefit and it'll be well worth their time. So I'm going to go ahead and play the trailer, and we'll be introducing Jill in just a moment. All right, I think you can see that we're in for a real treat today. Now, before we go further, I want to let you know that today's show is sponsored by hangout-marketing.com, where you can receive a complimentary live stream marketing assessment. Now, this assessment will only take you a couple of minutes to take, and it's going to help clarify for you some of the steps you might be missing or need to take in order to step out and shine in your broadcast world. So take advantage of that by texting pound success to 775-800-4179. Or if you're out of the country, you can go to hangout-marketing.com. All right, let's get this interview started. I'm really looking forward to you hearing from Jill. I've interviewed her in the past. She's got some great information for us today. So if you want to attract more leads, boost your visibility, and see your profits soar, my special guest, Jill Lublin, will reveal publicity secrets that media pros use to create buzz and build a thriving business. Now, Jill is a world-renowned publicity expert, an international speaker, and a four-time best-selling author with over 25 years of experience and a proven track record of working with over 100,000 clients. Jill truly is the ultimate media magnet who has shared the stage with icons like Tony Robbins and Barbara Corcoran. So in today's interview, Jill will share how to use publicity to boost your leads, your visibility, and profits. So whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting, Jill's actionable strategies will empower you to elevate your business to the next level. Now, here's what we'll be covering. First of all, why PR is critical for every business. Secondly, how to create a message that stands out. Also, the secret sauce formula for media success. And finally, the ooh-ah factor that attracts attention and results. Come on in, Jill, and say hi to our audience.
I am so thrilled to be here with you, Virginia, and your audience.
Thank you. I love having you because you really are so experienced. You are what I call a treasure chest of information about how to get more visible, which you know is my passion. But you come at it from a little bit different angle than I do. And I think it's important that people understand this. So before we go into those four topics we're going to talk about, I know people want to know a little bit about your background, a little bit about how you ended up being a PR expert and how that's driven your business today.
Oh, thank you so much. I began my career actually in law school and really wanted to be an attorney and thought that would be so interesting. And well, then I got to law school, which for a creative mind like mine is a difficult place to be. So I actually dropped out and got into the music business, which I actually loved. And that's really where I learned my guerrilla publicity skills and how guerrilla publicity the book I wrote was actually born, was really learning how to get out there using different tactics. So from there, I actually owned a PR agency for many years, and now I love helping entrepreneurs get their name out there without PR agency fees in ways that are simple and quick to do.
Well, yeah, and there I see your book right behind you, the Guerrilla Publicity, the Profits to Kindness. I can't see the other ones, but I know you have four bestsellers, and that's great because as your career has evolved, obviously you have more and more knowledge, more and more experience and tips to share with others. So it's nice to know about your books as well. I'm sure you can find those on Jill's website as well as Amazon. So Jill, first of all, let's start with the basics. What is PR anyway? Tell us
Well,
about
I'm
PR.
glad you asked because I have a much bigger definition of publicity than most people do, So I really want to expand all of your mindset today around this. And that is public relations happens from the minute you walk out your door. So let's get it done, get it right, and rock it from the start because you're always doing public relations. I mean, really, you're always doing public relations.
Okay, so public relations is how you express yourself in the world, then, if I were to chunk it down a bit, right? How people see you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, so how people see you, how you present yourself, how you build your authority, all of those aspects of it. So it's, I think, why would we consider this an important element of marketing, which is what I think so many entrepreneurs have great ideas and they really want to make an impact, but they don't know much about getting the marketing piece together. So with publicity and PR, it's important for every business. But let's go deeper. Why is it so important?
Well, let me just say the reward of having your message is that you get media, which media these days is so expanded. I mean, that's why I'm actually still excited about it, meaning, it's podcasts, it's blogs, it's of course traditional media like print, radio, television, newspapers. I mean, all of that is really important. And why should you be doing it? Well, let me just say it puts you to the front of the line. It elevates your authority. It gives you trust in the marketplace, which is very important now. And the reality of media is it absolutely drives customers, leads, profits, referrals. I like to call it the I've heard of her somewhere syndrome. And publicity is a gift that literally keeps on giving because of your momentum. And so the more people hear about you, the more likely in reality, in truth, they're to do business with you because there's an immediate and sometimes maybe unconscious or conscious trust factor built in. They've seen your face. They feel like they know you. It's like we always feel like we know celebrities. We really don't. We know who they are. We know that they get interviewed. We can a little bit maybe tell who they are, but maybe it's not at all who they are, but you just feel like you know them. Same thing. And in fact, the truth is, if you look at celebrities, you look at all of them, the arts, the music business, you look at politics, what is that everything all about? It's about publicity, right?
Yeah,
It's
it
about being
definitely
seen and
is.
heard. Yeah.
So it's something that a lot of entrepreneurs also can be intimidated by. They're kind of afraid or timid to step out and be seen. And of course, there's multiple ways to be seen, and they don't all have to be on video or, broadcasting like this, of course. So you talk a little bit about your message. I think we should go deeper into that, why the messaging is so important and how you go about creating one that's impactful.
Yeah, I love the message. And let me just address something you said, because listen, I've worked a lot with people who are a little bit afraid, sometimes a lot afraid of being seen. And, it's such an important piece to address, and it's okay. I think a lot of us are, including me, by the way, get a little bit nervous. And, before every media mastery intensive I do, guess what? I have to get myself centered and calm and peaceful and not so afraid. I mean, we all deal with it. I think it's a very human condition. I had a real estate woman. She was so great. I mean, very smart, very articulate, would never come on camera with me and worked with me at a pretty high level. Why? I don't actually know. I don't need to know why. I just wanted to get her to the point of feeling confident. And guess what? She got on camera because of the message. And so the message is really at your core. What are you going to say? How can you say it in a way that's congruent to you? And actually, more importantly, and very important, making sure that you're solving problems in the marketplace. Because if you look at who the media interviews, who do they want? Experts. So you got to be the expert that is seen and heard, and frankly, then gets paid. And the message, what I like people to do is focus on what's the problem out there. Answer that question. I didn't ask you, what do you do? I'd really like most of you to get off that answer and stop answering the what you do and start answering what's the problem out there. Because guess what the media needs? Experts just like you who solve problems. And then the other side of that is give people real solutions, like tell them what to do. That's a key. All of those make a big, big difference.
Well, real solutions often are the how-tos. So many people are told what to do, but are not necessarily clear on how to implement what they know they
Mm,
need to do. So, what you're talking about, I think, is important. First of all, you don't need to dwell quite as much on who you are as the results, the outcome that you provide. That you have to get really clear on, right? So that your message
that's
is
right.
clear.
Well, yes, and it's not necessarily just about the outcome you provide. I think it's about solutions that you tell other people to do. So, in other words, you're a solution provider, right? And I want people to see you as that. So, one of the things about publicity, just like we're doing right here, right now, Virginia, you're asking me very specific questions, we're helping people actually dive into public relations deep and understand it. I'm giving golden nuggets, right? That's the value of a great expert. I want each of you to be valuable experts, and experts give, let's think of it like golden nuggets. I want you to drop your golden nuggets on people, just like I'm telling you, this is my signature formula for how to do a message. This is actually what I do with clients, in a deeper way. It's about the message. It's about the creation of who are you and why should people care? Very good stuff, very important.
So, is this similar to like creating a slogan for your business?
A slogan or a tagline is
Uh-huh.
really different. I think it's fun and sexy. It's interesting, but the reality is, from a media perspective, what the media needs is actual, what would I call it? Actual important messages that solve problems. Okay, so if someone's going to interview you, for instance, I'll tell you, I was on Fox News in Dallas, Texas, for World Kindness Day, talking about basically talking about the divided states of America. And what was I talking about? How kindness can solve this problem. What do you do to be more kind every day? And these were the specific questions they were asking me. So easy, you know what I'm saying, to help get your name out there, and important to create a visibility factor that says to people, oh, you're the one to help us in this. But really, I want people's vision to get bigger about what's possible for publicity. And I think many things are possible. The point is, you just got to get yourself in and on camera, in podcasts, in blogs. And then here's the good news, Virginia. Once you're in, guess what happens? You control the message. At least in my world, I want to train people to control their message so that no matter what, you can answer questions, of course, but I want you to make sure you're, getting in there, and that you have ways that people can contact you, and your free gifts and different things that give people the opportunity for you to help them, and for them to contact you.
Yeah, so it sounds also like this is an ongoing process. This is not something you do once, but you must do this on a consistent basis and look for opportunities like you were just referencing in your interview in Dallas, which was to bring a message to them that helped them understand what you stood for as well. So it's not an everyday, or it's not a once in a while thing. You really need to incorporate this into your daily plan, so to speak, right?
Well, I say to people, listen, do 30 minutes a week of visibility building activities. And come on, people, don't tell me you don't have 30 minutes. I mean, give up those
Yeah.
Starbucks or do it from Starbucks. I don't care. But the point is, spend 30 minutes. I have some very specific visibility building activities that people can do. And boy, if you do that, you're going to see momentum. You're going to get placement in media. And most importantly, you're going to be driving leads, prospects, and referrals and real clients to you because you keep showing up, and because people know that you're the trusted expert. What a difference that makes.
Well, that's reassuring, Jill, because I think, and I want to hear from all of you. What gems are you picking up? Put the pound gem in the comments with what you're hearing from Jill. I just heard a gem, and that is you only need to commit about 30 minutes a week to this. This is so doable, and yet I feel like it's so neglected in a typical entrepreneurial business. So that's why I wanted Jill to be here and share everything she knows. Now, you have, what do you call it? A secret sauce formula for media success, for writing scripts, etc. What can you share with us about that formula so it's not so secret?
Yes. Well, it's that old thing. If I tell you, it's no longer a secret. But I do want to share that the message formula, really, I actually just went over it. So I'm going to just review it in short form, which is
Okay.
the problem today is, and give people 3 solutions. Tell them what to do. Don't say, if you work with me or hire me. You say, work with a coach to support you to deal with mindset issues or whatever it is, right? But you want to use what I like to call commanding language. Like, tell people what to do and use you language, because when you use you language, people feel closer to you. It's just what happens. So that would be my secret sauce formula.
The problem today is, and then offering a solution that doesn't necessarily sell your stuff, but guides them into how they can get that problem solved. And you might
Yeah,
just be one
do
resource.
three. Yeah, do
Three
three
ways.
foods.
Okay,
You know why?
three
Because
ways.
it gives a little more meat, more golden nuggets, makes you be listened
Mhm.
to. So I like 3, and people can remember in 3. Any more than that, I've seen people try to give 5 to 7 tips forget that. It's too much. 3 is enough.
Yeah, I think that things are often done in threes, and our mind seems to be able to incorporate threes quickly into the brain. So I agree with
Yes.
you. 3 is plenty.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're moving right through this, and you also had said something about the ooh-ah factor that's really going to attract attention so that you're memorable for other people. How do we figure out what that is for us?
Oh, well, first of all, if you notice, the ooh, ah factor is a sound bite. So one of the things I like for you all to think about is, what's a sound bite that people can resonate with, react to, be with, and just really look at that for yourselves. Like, wow, what could I do that's easier for someone to assimilate? And so that's a soundbite. What's an ooh-ah factor? It's using everything you've got, all parts of who you are. And, that could be, for instance, my business coach. We do a wonderful piece with her about communication because that's her specialty, about how to communicate well in business, and getting a lot of publicity for that in business sections and all kinds of places and spaces where people feature business people. But let me tell you, when Black History Month comes along in February, we do a completely different story, which is how to be a powerful Black woman and communicate well in today's times. That's a different story. And that got her into Black Enterprise, a huge business publication. That got her into Essence magazine. I mean, that got her into places and spaces that being a business communication coach never would have. That's use everything you've got. So, there's Hispanic Heritage Month. There's International Women's Day. Use all parts of who you are, your ethnicity, your religion. Use your story. Like my business consultant, she has a son who's autistic. Well, she's a mompreneur, but let me tell you, so there's Mother's Day, right? There's also National Autism Month. And when that comes along, she is busy talking to people about, well, how to raise a son who's autistic, how to be in business and have, this wonderful thing in her life too. And she's helped many parents, not just women, but certainly women and men. Then there's the parenting kind of theme, right? So you see where, in her case, using everything she's got, she's going to have 3 opportunities to get into media, including Mother's Day, National Autism Month, and International Women's Day, just as an example. So hopefully some of these have helped the point along to understand to use all parts of who you are.
I love this because I don't think we think of it that way very often. So this is an ooh-ah to me. This is another gem, you guys. Are you hearing what she says? There are so many aspects. We are full dimensional human beings, and there's so many aspects to who we are. And so Jill is saying, as I'm hearing her, look for the opportunities, the trends, upcoming holidays, and see how you can incorporate who you are into those so that you stand out again with your special sauce and give them the ooh-ah factor about what you resonate around. Other people will resonate with that as well, won't they? Mothers will
Absolutely.
resonate. If you've got a special needs child, they're going to resonate. If you're a mother who is running a business or an entrepreneur mother, they're going to resonate. And as you said, ethnicity is another great theme to take a look at. And your special stories, right? Something that you've lived through that other people may have been challenged by. So yes, you've got my juices flowing, Jill.
That's
Thank
good.
you.
And I want all of you to just think about, wow, what could I be talking about that maybe I've never shared before? And people like the vulnerable stories, people like the heartfelt stories, people like what you might not want to share, but could be a very interesting subject matter.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, great ideas. All right. Well, I know that you are a busy lady, but we want to make sure that people find out about connecting with you through your special gift. Let me pull this up here for a moment. Jill has a special gift for you, and you'll be able to get it by going to shinetips.com/Jill's, and that's plural, Jill's gift. And what is it that you have in store for them? I think it's an action guide, a publicity action guide.
Yes, because we've had a wonderful time here, but there's so much more publicity tips that I want to share with you, and they are in my publicity action guide, created just for you. And on top of that, I got a double gift, which is super fun, which is the opportunity to be in a live interactive publicity masterclass. And there I'm going to answer all of your publicity questions and give you even more innovative and quick to implement publicity tips. So please check out all of it, and it'd be a delight to help you out.
Oh, I love it. So easy to get to, shinetips.com/Jill's gift. Go ahead and get that. Let other people know about this who you are in connection with, who need this information, because Jill is fairly unique out there in the gifts that she provides, the experience, all that she's learned in her 25 years. Don't pass this opportunity up to connect with her and go ahead and get her gift. So, Jill, I really want to thank you for being here today, because your insights and your experience is really so very valuable. And I know you've just hit the tip of the iceberg with all that you can do around building your brand and your business and getting more publicity, getting known as the expert in what you do. And now, as she said, using all of yourself to create the ooh-ah factor out there. So thank you, Jill, so much. Do you have any final words of wisdom you want to leave with people before we go?
Well, thank you, Virginia. You're a wonderful host as always. And I really want to say to all of you that your message matters. Your message matters. Let's get it out there in every way you're comfortable in. Let's take baby steps to success. Most importantly, publicity is going to support you to rock the world and be the impact and influence that you deserve to be.
Fantastic. Your message matters. Go build that ooh-ah factor and let the world know about yourself. Thank you so much, Jill. And thank all of you. I want to hear from you. Let us know what you found to be particularly inspirational in this interview. And we'll see you all on the next Inspirational Business Woman Show. Bye for now.
Thanks so much for watching today. Do you know someone who would be a great guest for our show? Or would you like to be a guest on the Inspirational Business Woman Show? Let's shine the spotlight on your expertise. We'll share your story while offering tips, strategies, and advice to our viewers. Expert interviews are a great way to build your reputation as the go-to expert. Go to shinetips.com/IBWS to apply today. Women are waiting for your message, and I can't wait to interview you.